Okay, hello, student. My name is William. Okay, today you're gonna read another part of the Bible. Today you're gonna read 2 Kings chapter 7. Okay. Now the 12th year of Ahaz, the king of Judah, began to Hashi, the son of Elon, began to Samaria and over Israel 9 years, and he did what was just evil in the sight of the Lord, but not the king of Israel before him. Against him, Shammaster, the king of Syria, and Hashi became his servant and gave him presents. The king of Syria gave violence consistency of Hashi, where he sent the message, so the king of Egypt brought no present to the king of Syria, and he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Syria shut him up and bound him into prison. The king of Syria came out through all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away to Assyria, placed in Hala and Habor by the river of Gozan, the city of the Medes. For so the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, which they brought up of the land of Egypt, and from other land of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and had feared other gods. And they walked in the statues of heathen, whom the Lord cast them out, and the children of Israel, and the kings of Israel, which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly loathe things that were not right against the Lord their God. They built through high places and their cities from the tower of the watchmen of the fenced city. And they set up images and groves of every high hill under the green tree. And they very insisted the high places as they did the heathen whom the Lord carried before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. And the served idols were of the Lord, and had said unto him, You shall not do this thing. And yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, Turn ye from your evil ways, and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I command your fathers, which I sent to you by my servants and prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks, like to the neck of their fathers. They did not believe in the Lord their God. And they rejected his statutes, and his covenant is made, and his covenant he made with their fathers, and his testimonies, and he which is testified against them. And he followed the vanity, and regained fame after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them, and they should not do like them. After all the commands of the Lord their God, and made their molten images, even two calves, and made the grove, and worship all the host of heaven, and served Baal. And they caused their sons and the daughter to pass through the fire, and used divination of the enchantments, and sold themselves to the evil of the sight of the Lord, and provoked them to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, and removed them out of the sight. This was none left in the tribe of Judah only. Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, and walked the statutes of Israel which they made. And the Lord rejected the seed of Israel, and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight. And he rent Israel from the house of David, that he had made Jeroboam the son of Nebat, the king of Jeroboam, drive Israel from the following the Lord, and he had made sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked all the sons of Jeroboam, which he did, and they departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, and he had said by his servant and prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, from Cantha, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Savarivim. And it came to pass when the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and possessed Samaria, and dwelt in the cities of thereof. And so the beginning of the dwelling there, that they feared not the Lord, and the Lord sent lions among them, which just slew some of them. Wherefore they spake the king of Assyria, saying, The nations that thou hast removed, and placed in the cities of Samaria, and know that the manner of God in the land, therefore he has set lions among them. Behold, they slain them, because they know that the manner of God in the land. The king of Assyria commanded to carry thither of the priests, and he had brought them thence. Let him go and dwelt there, and then of the God of the land. And one of the priests whom carried away from Samaria dwelt at Bethel, and they thought about how they should fear the Lord. And but every nation to gods their own, and put them in the houses of high places, and the Samaritans had made, and in the cities that they dwelt. And men of Babylon, Succoth-Menoth, the man, the Koth, and then made Nargil, the son of a man named Ashma, the city of, and the Hittites of Nephas and Tartak, and the Sepharvites, and built the Trident fire to Argemelech and Emelech, the gods of Sepharvaim. So they feared the Lord, and they made themselves unto the lowest of the priests of the high places, which sacrificed for them in the house of the high places. They feared the Lord, they served their own gods, after the manner of the nations, and they carried away from thence. On to this day, after the former manners, they fear not the Lord, neither do they their statutes, after their ordinances, and after the command of the Lord, from the children of Jacob, and he made Israel. But he whom the Lord made a covenant of, charged them, saying, You shall not fear other gods, and bow themselves to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them. For the Lord, who brought them to the land of Egypt, with great power, and stretched out to the army, he shall fear, and shall ye worship to him, and shall ye do sacrifice. And all statutes are ordinances by the law, and the commandment which he wrote you shall observe to do for evermore, and ye shall not fear other gods. And the covenant that he had made with you, and you shall not forget, and neither shall ye fear other gods. But the Lord your God ye shall fear, and shall deliver you out of the hand of your enemies. Howbeit ye are not hearkened, and did of your former manner. So these nations have the fear of the Lord, and so they graven images for their children and their children's children, as they did their fathers, and so do unto this day. Okay, that's the end of 2 Kings chapter 17. And next video reads 2 Kings chapter 18. Okay. You guys can go right now. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.